To use Screenr, you want to go to your browser. Here I'm using Firefox, but it works just as well with Chrome or Internet Explorer. Go to www.screenr.com. And the easiest way to sign up is to sign in with a Gmail or with Facebook. I clicked on the little G up here. It says, "Welcome back, Susanna Overman." I sign in, and then I give my school account, and here I am. Now I want to go ahead and launch the screen recorder. So when I hit launch, it's detecting the Java, and if you don't have Java updated, it's going to want you to install it. Then it wants to run this application. It's called Screenr Detect. Go ahead and hit run. And it gives you this screen that you can move around. You can actually make it full size by clicking here. You can see full screen is an option. It also shows you how your audio is recording. I have kind of a loud voice, so sometimes I can hit red. So let me hit, let's see, if I'm going to say pull up an interactive application to work with, like GeoGebra, which I use for my geometry class, I can pull the screen, move it around. I can use a standard size, and actually I can just move it and make a very custom size. Although for video, honestly, it is probably better to go ahead and use a standard size. Then once you've sized it, you can hit the red button and it will start recording. You can see it says 3, 2, 1. And you can record. And so I'm here, I'm playing, I say, aha, I can't really make this. Now, if I go outside the box, that D there actually goes outside of the video. So you need to make sure that you stay in the box. Now, if you hit pause here, what's kind of cool is that you can now get out of this software, and I can minimize this, and I can pull something else up like PowerPoint. So if I wanted to do my PowerPoint lesson, let's see if it lets me. Now, the problem with this is that it won't let me do a different size. So I'll say done for this, and then I'll show you how to use it with PowerPoint. So the first thing it's going to want you to do when you're done with this piece is say, describe your screencast, and say, goofing around with GeoGebra. All right, you hit publish. And you can see that it's updating on the bottom here, and it should nearly be done. And then it is ready. I can actually hit play and give it a second to load. And I'm not sure if I have my audio going. Yes. So it might take a second. Again, I'm actually using another screen capture program right at this very moment, so I've slowed down my computer by running 2 screencast programs at the same time. You can also publish to YouTube, and I strongly recommend publishing to YouTube because I've done Flash and MP4, and those are really cool, and they can have quizzes, but honestly, you're going to have kids who just have trouble accessing them or downloading the drivers. So I was using the fancier versions, but now I'm pretty much just publishing to YouTube. I'm going to hit pause. Normally this should play pretty well, but I'm going to show you how to record PowerPoint while we're at it. So I'm going to want to hit record, and it'll let me do another one. And notice we see the detecting Java and say run. And this time I'm going to set it to full screen. And I can pull up my PowerPoint. So here's my beautiful kite lesson. Go ahead and do a slideshow from beginning and click my red button to record. 3, 2, 1. Notice I have to press Alt-D when done. So I can talk about kites. On my notes, I like to have some of my text fly in, and they copy this down in their notes that they have. I'm trying to go through this quickly because you don't really need to learn about kites. Another thing I'll do, because it's not important for them to see me write everything, is I will pre-do a key on my notes, and I use little white boxes to hide parts of the key in the solution. And I will reveal parts of the solution, and they can copy it as we go along. So I'll hit Alt-D and say I'm done. If I want to, I could actually go to another slide, and let's say go to slide. Can they be supplementary? Actually, I don't want that one. Go to slide. writing. So I could come to this slide and hit record again, and would actually append to the previous recording that I was talking about. And then when I'm finally done, I can hit Alt-D, done. And let me get out of my PowerPoint. You do need to go back, and now it says properties of kite. So I'm just goofing around with PowerPoint because that's really what I'm doing. And I can say publish. And it's loading. The main thing with Screenr is that it is up to 5 minutes. The longer you record, the closer you get to the 5 minutes, the longer the chance you're going to have a lag between the audio and the video. Not as big a deal unless you're describing something as you do it, and it will become noticeable. Other things that contribute to audio lag is how much do you have running on your computer at the same time? How powerful is your computer? So if you have an older laptop, you might notice it right away. I have a video editing setup at home because that's one of my hobbies. And so I'm actually pretty well off in that sense. So there we go. It's loaded up. You can hit play, and hopefully it'll play this time. So there's my recorded audio. Now I'm talking on top of myself. Let me hit pause. One of the things I really like to do is to embed video on my website. And you can copy this in. So you Control-C to copy. And let me go ahead and pull up my website, which I will do by going here. Hopefully it'll have edit. And when you're editing, I'm using Google Sites. So I can actually, let me pick an old lesson so my kiddos won't see this. Ratios and proportions. If you want to actually have the videos embedded, so you can see how I actually have videos on the website. They're not on a separate screen and they load up. You want to edit the page, and to really do an embed, you want to use HTML. So as it comes up here, you hit HTML. Go to the very back. I'm just going to add this onto the bottom. Now I have done HTML before, so I'm a little more used to this sort of thing. Hit update. And if you go to the very bottom, see that different size Google gadget? That is actually the video that I just recorded, and now it is embedded on my website. And I'm going to take that off because I'm sure my kids don't need to see that. Hopefully that was a nice intro to Screenr and doing screen capture with PowerPoint and other software.